Coming to you live. R&B Sundays. What's up? It's your boy Classic. Welcome to episode 2 of Classic Conversations. As usual, we got Tony Fats on the beat. I had to take a minute to, get my vibe right. Brody be coming with them vibes. Sometimes you gotta sit and just, take it all in. Episode 2 of Classic Conversations. Welcome. Like I said, it's your boy Classic. And today, we're going to talk about loyalty being a journey. You see this word tossed around a lot these days, man. Everybody say they real. Everybody say they loyal. Everybody say what they would do in certain situations. But what does that word really mean to you? How do you go about making sure that you on point? Because as we all know, you can't control other people, but you can be in full control of yourself. And with being in full control of yourself, you don't look to blame. You take the responsibility and accountability from yourself and you stand on it. Because in order to be loyal to somebody else, you got to be loyal to yourself first. Boundaries, respect. Those things go hand in hand when it comes to the word loyalty. And with loyalty, man, loyalty, it's not even something you born with. You got to possess it over time. It's certain morals and it's a certain honor that come with it that make it mean what it truly is. And a lot of people don't really, pay attention to that too much. But me, I've always been that type of guy. Even when it comes to my brand Day Ones Only. Loyalty is royalty. Loyalty is a skill. Loyalty is a journey. You have to be equipped to make sure that you're not crossing certain lines with people. Being considerate. All these things go hand in hand. And just like any other word or any other emotion, it can be misused. But I'm somebody from day one, I've always stood on the word loyalty. That's why I have the friends that I've had for 20 years. I've possessed other friends over time as well, but it's a certain tribe that, I hold near and dear because we really came up together. And loyalty is still something we stand on to this day, even as grown men. So it's something that was always going to follow me. No matter where I went, I made sure I took that with me. It wasn't about like, okay, what could I get from this person? What could I get out this situation? It was always about what value could I add to this person that I care about. That's the loyalty in me. And just like using it in a good way, it can be used in a bad way. Like I've had some lessons standing on the word loyalty. But I ain't gonna never break. That's not my MO. I ain't gonna never break. But it's been some times where I've been in certain situations and I've been loyal to the wrong people. So we have to be mindful of that as well. Because like I said, people misuse this word in all types of ways. Some people use it for good. Some people use it for bad. But I always made sure that I stood on being considerate of my people, being considerate of others in general. It's nothing nobody has that I need in order to become a whole ass motherfucker. It's a level that I could never stoop to. It's something that I hold near to me. Being an honorable person, standing on morals and principles at all times, even in this goofy ass world. Because we know it's a circus out here. You got a large amount of the population on some bullshit. But that's what come with it, man. It's a skill. And just like with any other skill, you have to learn the characteristics. You got to put in the time. You have to pass the test. Now, I'm not saying nobody is perfect, because nobody is perfect. But it's certain qualities that certain people can possess to make that word really worth something. I've had so many situations where I thought about the other person before myself. Even though I was using the word loyalty for good, it turned out to be bad. So even though this is something I stand on, it's still not easy, because it's going to be certain situations where it's going to make 100% sense to make the decision strictly for you. And that's being loyal to yourself. Being loyal to yourself is just as important as being loyal to your peers, to your loved ones, friends, family, partners. It's the only word I really possess in that sense. It's not really a lot of words that, you know, that carry those qualities that I stand on like that. Loyalty and respect is too, and I feel like they go hand in hand. When you have one, you have the other. And you may come across people who may have not gotten to the point that you've gotten to in terms of maturity or experiences. And they show you why that word means so much to you. Human beings will put you through some shit. People will put you through some shit. Life, work, business, friends, family, significant others. But if you not good, nothing is good. And that's really what it come down to. Loyalty isn't just about protecting the people you love, but it's protecting yourself as well. It's royalty in that. It's honor. I had a talk with my homeboy the other day, man. And he running across a situation where, you know, somebody is questioning his loyalty. And of course, I don't have all the details. I don't ask too many questions. But I question certain people who question loyalty without actual proof. I feel like that's mishandling the word as well. But just because someone is close to you don't mean you have to accuse them of not possessing these things. If somebody is showing you, that's your proof. That's the only proof. Without the facts, it means nothing. So that's where the toxic comes from when we talk about loyalty. It's so many different perspectives when we use this word. You use it for good, you use it for bad, or you can strictly just use it for ego. Some people will manipulate you with loyalty. Some people think loyalty is a possessive thing, like, oh, I bought you this, so you should do this. Nah. Loyalty is respecting the fact that, okay, I did that for that person and I'm okay with that. That's the respect you have for this person that allows you to do that. It's even in a lot of situations, I value loyalty over love. Because people have misused love like it's nothing. And sometimes being attached to something can create that love foundation. You around something every day, you putting your emotions into something, you're going to learn to love it. But just because someone loves you or you love something, that don't mean they're going to be loyalty. That don't mean they're going to respect you. Give me loyalty and respect over the love any day of the week. I will stand on that hill by myself if I have to. Because love hurt. Love is great too. But without the foundation of loyalty and respect, love can't grow. And that's in any relationship, any aspect of your relationship. Being loyal and respectful to others, it allows that love to have a foundation. And when you build that foundation and it grows to a certain point, you won't sacrifice it. I don't care what's on the other side of it. I know some people probably will say that sound crazy. I need love. Love is the top tier. And to some people, that may make sense. But if you asking me, loyalty and respect. That's why I say it's a skill. You got to put up the shots. You got to put in the reps. You got to be mindful. You have to practice it. Because there's going to be a lot of situations in life where it tests your loyalty or how far you willing to go to not only be loyal to other people, but even loyal to you, yourself, your boundaries. You can't create boundaries without being loyal to yourself. That's the guide. A lot of people lack boundaries in situations, in relationships, because they're not loyal to their needs and their wants as a person, even outside of this situation. I'm talking about when it's just you. You have to learn to sit with that so you can create these boundaries so you're able to point out when people are stepping out of bounds. And that's being loyal to you. That's not a bad thing. Being loyal to yourself will require some level of selfishness. Just make sure it's done in a considerate way, not out of ego. But those boundaries are important because sometimes you meet people, you got to teach them how to treat you. Some people don't know. You got to speak up. And if you don't know your boundaries, you haven't developed that level of loyalty to yourself. Boundaries are important. Teaching people how to deal with you, teaching people what bothers you, what gets you going. That all ties in together. And that's why I say it's a journey, because it's a test of different experiences. It never stops. It's going to always be a situation in your life where you either gonna have to be loyal to somebody else or loyal to yourself. Not one day go by that you would not have to acknowledge that in some form or fashion. And one thing I know about the universe, well, I'm not gonna say no, one thing I understand, the energy you put out come back. So if you make it your duty to practice this, if you make this your duty to stand on this, those types of people will come around you. And even the ones that aren't equipped with that, you're gonna see it. Because that's how tapped in you are to you. You're gonna feel it. Your body gonna react to it. It's been so many situations I've been in where my body has gave me a clue before I was able to see anything. Because I developed that in myself. That's the energy I poured out to my people. That's the energy I poured into myself. So when things happen or things are going to happen, I'm able to feel it. My intuition is on point because I've reached that level of loyalty in myself where I'm able to dig that out. But it comes from different experiences. Even the time when you was a little kid. That time you did make a mistake and probably was unloyal to a homie, to anybody. That's a lesson. I'm not saying it's a perfect journey. It's gonna be times that you were unloyal. That's how we learn to be loyal. Because one thing you have to do is address your conscience. So when you do make these decisions, you can adapt and you can fix. And you can learn to be a loyal person again. Or to be a loyal person in general. It never stops. But having consideration, empathy, coming from an understanding place, will allow a lot of this stuff to flow natural. And I'm not saying you a bad person in the world if you're not loyal. Just work on it though. Because it's important. It builds the foundation to a lot of things. It's so many situations in life where we have to depend on loyalty. Your job has to depend on you being loyal to come in here and work to give you a paycheck. These kids that you have, that you bring into this world, they expect you to be loyal to them, to raise them. These friendships you have, in order for you to have a best friend at 50, it's gonna take some loyalty. You can't do people bold your whole life and expect them to still be there. It's so many situations. Even if you're trying to manifest a dream, you're gonna have to be loyal to that process. You're gonna have to commit to that. You're gonna have to wake up every day and be loyal to the process to manifest your dream. It's no situation that turns out to be good that didn't have some level of loyalty in it. You want that fairy tale life where you married to your best friend for 50 years? You're gonna have to be loyal. And I don't just mean like from a cheating aspect. I mean being loyal to how your partner feels. Being loyal to the things that they want to do, that they like, and vice versa. When they tell you something, you listen. And you make sure you stay loyal to that. Someone lets you know, like, hey, that bothered me, bro. What you did the other day bothered me, you know, like, and I just want to let you know. You don't say okay in that moment and continue to do the same shit you was doing. In that moment, if you respect this person and you're loyal to this person, from this day forward, after this day, I'm going to be loyal to that and I'm going to be considerate of that, bro. If I said something that offended you, I'm not going to keep offending you. I'm going to be loyal to the fact that you let me know what bothered you, and I know what I need to fix to make sure that don't happen again. But that comes from loyalty and respect. If you don't have those two, you can fuck some shit up. And sometimes it's hard to recover. This is a journey, man. It never stops. These tests never stop. These things never stop. I've come that far. I'm somebody that can say, like, I've gotten through some shit. I've had to dig myself out of some shit and keep going. Just like many other people, I'm sure, that can relate to that statement. You done had to dig yourself out of some shit. And when you've been through something, you have certain perspectives, man. It's life-changing moments. It changes shit. It's the shift. And there's so many more tests to come. It's never gonna stop. So make sure when you wake up and you go about your day, remember what I said about the terms of loyalty. I don't stand on it for no reason. In order to deal with me, you're going to have that characteristic. I'm not saying you're going to have to be perfect, but you're going to have those two things, loyalty and respect. If there's no loyalty and respect, there's no classic. And that's in any situation. There is no classic. You will not see me. Gone in the wind. Poof. Because that's not the way that I want to live my life. That's not the energy I want to bring around. That's not the energy I want to be around. And if I have that ability to make a simple decision like that, I'm gonna make it. Because if I don't address it and I don't stand on this, shit'll get a lot tougher. Then it's tougher to leave. It's tougher to walk away. Be loyal to you so you can be loyal to others. Take care of you so you can take care of others. Those are things to remember. Those are things I live by, and those are things I'm going to speak on. I hope y'all got the message. I hope this helps somebody that was watching this episode. It's a journey, man. Don't give up on yourself and don't give up on your people. Keep striving, be considerate, and have empathy. Loyalty and respect. Hello? What's good? Shit over here shooting this episode. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, nah, whatever work. Yeah, I got it though. He called you? Oh, his dad wanted one. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have some t-shirts in April. Oh, yeah, shit. Whatever work. Man. Hey, man, at least he... Hey, man, shit, at least he liked it. Fuck it. Right, fuck it. That's all I be needing to stay in the game. They don't spend no money. I'm like, all right, niggas noticed it, so yeah. Who? She had a circle. She probably coming from what's her name house. Alright.
You still in it?
Oh no, I'm good. Yeah.